call this meeting into session. If you don't mind, we will stand to our feet for our invocation. Let us pray. Gracious and loving God, we come before you today as one of your people, united in our love for this great city and the communities that make it home. We thank you for the diversity of our neighborhoods, the richness of our culture, and the strength that comes when we work hand in hand. Lord, we ask for your wisdom to guide our leaders, your courage to face the challenges ahead, and the compassion to remind us that every person, young and old, rich or poor, native or a newcomer, is a valued part of our family. Help us to see beyond what divides us and instead build bridges of understanding and respect. Teach us to speak with kindness, listen with empathy, and act with integrity. May we be a city where safety is not a privilege but a promise, where opportunity is not limited but in abundance, and where love of neighbors is not an option but a way of life. Bless our schools, our businesses, our places of worship, and every home. Strengthen the bonds that hold us together so that when storms come, we will stand firm, not as strangers, but as brothers and sisters. We place our community in your hand, Father, trusting that with your help, we can create a future where peace, justice, and hope flourishes for all. Bless this meeting, and it is in your name we pray. Everybody say amen. Amen. Now the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We welcome you, all of you, today. First, Council, we have a resolution that we want to add to an addendum, if that is okay. Are there any problems with us adding that? No objections. And then before we get started, I missed the opportunity. I think Baron Irvin walked in, and we want to actually celebrate him today because he can stand. He's looking at me like, what are you doing? He is now the new ED, the new executive director of the Bruce and Lee Foundation. So let us all give him a hand. We count on partnerships from him, and he's helped me tremendously already. So I know that this partnership with the city will continue as it has always. So, approval of minutes.
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
With respect to the amending of the agenda, we do need to take a vote with respect to that.
Okay, thank you so much.
So make a second.
All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposes? The ayes have it. Thank you so much for that. Next, we have approval of minutes. What say you? Is there a second? Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposes? The ayes have it. Next, we will have honors and recognition. Service recognition of Jay Lee for 20 years in our fire department. Can he come at this time?
This afternoon, we proudly recognize firefighter Jay Lee for his 20 years dedicated service to the City of Florence Fire Department. Firefighter Lee began his career with the department in our recruit school and was initially assigned to Station 1 on Engine 111. After completing his probationary period, he went on to serve at several stations across the city, including stations 2, 3, 5, and 6. The only one he missed was 4. Maybe we can get you there before maybe we will. He has the distinction that nobody else has in our department. Years ago, I think it's 2010, when we opened Station 5, he was assigned to that station on Engine 151. So he actually had the opportunity to open up that station and serve as one of the initial members of that company. Then, fast forward a couple years ago, when we opened Station 6, he was assigned to that station on 161. So as far as I know, he's the only member that actually had the opportunity to open up 2 stations. So he's got that distinction. So over the past 2 decades, Firefighter Lee has consistently demonstrated professionalism, reliability, and a strong commitment to public service. So we thank Firefighter Lee for his unwavering dedication and congratulate him on an impressive career milestone.
You don't wear the 20 years. You still look young. You want to tell us how you did it? No. Council, I did not say, I asked you if we could add the addendum, but I did not ask you if we could move it up. So if we can move it up now, since we're recognizing right now, so this, we've got to vote on it.
Make a motion.
So move. Is there a second? Is, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposes? And this is resolution number 2025-27, a resolution to recognition for the Florence Darlington Technical College baseball team for advancing to the NJCAA Division I World Series. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. This is sponsored by Councilman Smith and Councilman McKay. Whereas the Florence Darlington Technical College Stingers baseball team had an extraordinary 2025 season, showcasing remarkable talent, teamwork, and dedication. And whereas under the exceptional leadership of head coach Preston McDonald and his coaching staff, the Stingers earned a place in the prestigious National Junior College Athletic Association Division I World Series. And whereas this outstanding achievement reflects the hard work and commitment of the student athletes who have represented Florence Darlington Tech and the entire Florence community with pride and excellence. And whereas the success of the FDDC baseball program brings positive recognition to Florence and serves as a source of inspiration for youth and aspiring athletes throughout the community. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the City Council of the City of Florence, South Carolina, commends the athletic accomplishment and congratulates the Florence Darlington Technical College Stingers baseball team for their exceptional 2025 season and their advancement to the NJCAA Division I World Series. Resolved this 11th day of August, 2025.
Thank you. Oh, did we vote?
No.
We didn't vote. So let's just go ahead, stay where you are. Can I get a motion?
We have a motion second. Got this carried.
Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposes? The ayes have it. Thank you. Thank you, Council. Coach, would you care to say anything? Come in.
First off, just want to say thank you for recognizing our amazing season. I didn't really have anything planned, but obviously it's not a one-man show. We've had some extraordinary student athletes come through our program. They're just excellent young men as well off the field. So I haven't thrown a single pitch or gotten a single hit or scored a run. The players that we've had you know, are the reason why we've had the success that we've had over the years. So really proud of where our program is. I want to say thank you to the college for all the support that they've given us in helping our program get to the point that it's at. And again, thank you to the City Council for recognizing us, and we're so honored for this. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much, Florence Darlington Tech family. Next on is ordinance in position. Bill number 2025-25 is the second reading. It's an ordinance to update Appendix B of the city's current business license ordinance as required by Section 6-1-400 to 6-1-420 of the South Carolina Code of Law. What say you?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposes? The ayes have it. The bill has passed. Next, we have Bill number 2025-26. It's the second reading. This is an ordinance to amend an ordinance number 2024-14 entitled A Series Ordinance Making Provision for the Terms and Conditions of an Issue of Combined Waterworks and Sewage System Capital Improvement Revenue Bonds.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. I want to make sure, because that was a lot to read. Do I have to read all of that? Huh?
For the bond version, do not read the full title. Yes,
Nah, they was trying to help me out. Okay, so I think I stopped at the bond of the City of Florence in one of more series of the aggregate principal amount of not exceeding $270 million as authorized by a bond ordinance of the City of Florence, South Carolina, adopted October 24th, 1989, as amended, authorizing the assurance of bond anticipation notes and other matters relating thereto, to add additional improvements to the city waterworks and sewage system to be paid from the proceeds of bonds authorized therein and other matters relating thereto.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? No,
second.
there's no, this is the second one. Oh, you want a discussion? You'd like to say something? So I chair recognize Councilman DeBailey.
Just, Scotty, if just for clarification, would you hit us the highlights again of what is included in this bond?
Because I read a lot.
Yeah. It's a $270 million bond, and as council pointed out, it's a big deal for the city. So if you don't mind just going back over that with us one more time.
Sure. As stated, the bond is up to $270 million. Council approved this several months ago. This will actually have specific projects on it. We left out a few projects on it the last time, so we've added some projects. Some of the main projects is water quality. There's about $80 million in water quality. There we'll be working on our plants and wells. We have 33 wells, 14 plants. We'll have improvements throughout the system there. There's some major line extensions, as well as upfitting to our surface water plant. We're moving from 10 million gallons a day to 15 million gallon a day capacity. That will be about $35 million in those projects. Various other projects. We have projects in sewer as well, particularly on the east side of town. We have some bottlenecks in sewer there. We have Second Loop Road, major sewer issues there. So throughout our utility on water and sewer, we'll provide, these funds will allow us to do some work. The first part of this will be about $127 million borrowing. We'll only borrow what we can reasonably spend in a year or two time period. So we won't borrow the $270 that's allotted, but we'll borrow about $127 million, finish those projects, and then we'll come back in another couple years to borrow more money to continue fixing those projects.
With regard to, and thank you for that, because it's a lot.
Yes.
And as a community, as a council, we've been anticipating for quite some time this work, and part of it is a byproduct of the studies that have been done throughout the city.
Yes.
We've had the stormwater studies, we've had the wastewater studies, and the sewer system studies and all that. And so I understand that this is partly a byproduct of that, as well as recognition of what needs to happen in the future. But with particularity to the water quality piece, which has been top of mind for all of us, if I understand correctly, what this will do is it'll address the wells that are in place throughout the city, which are 33 wells, as I understand it. And then there's we have some pump systems, and this will also address those pump systems to try to reduce as much as possible the sediment
That
that's
is
coming
correct.
into the system. And when we see the discoloration in the water, most of the time it deals with a high concentration of sediment. Is that correct?
That is, yes, iron sediment and
And
deposits.
so what we're hoping will be accomplished is the reduction or elimination of that sediment through a variety of different mechanisms, whether it's changing the processing at the plants or going to a computerized system that can monitor everything very closely. Is that a fair summary?
That is, we have in the computerized system, it's called our SCADA system. That will be on a number of our plants there, and that will give us immediate information about that plant and the type of product it's producing. Instead of having staff there, we can utilize staff in other areas and have immediate feedback and give attention to those issues immediately.
It's more real time.
It'll be real time.
Okay, and the project, I'm so sorry, and this project, we anticipate this portion of it, the water quality piece of it, to take approximately how long?
Whenever I give a number, staff always jump on
I
me.
know,
And it's
but
like,
we all have, and you can expand it a little bit if you want, that's fine, I'm just have an idea.
I think we'll spend this money within the next 5 to 7 years. This is a long-term project. There'll be other projects that we need to do.
I'm talking about the water quality piece.
Yes, the water quality piece, and there, I think you'll see that about 5 years of addressing that issue. It'll take us at least 5 years to address those issues there. It will, in some instances, we may have to rebuild plants, and that's a long, tedious process there. And that's obviously assuming that we can get good bids, engineering goes well, and all of that, weather related there, even the demand on the system itself there. So you have a number of issues there. For instance, if a plant is just broken there or have an issue, we may not be able to start fixing on other plants because we need that water there. Surface water is going through an upfit there. The more we're able to put in the system, the surface water into our system, the better our quality will be of water. We generally don't have problems with iron in our surface water. It's limited to our groundwater plants, so we're trying to lean more heavily on our surface water there. But we are working on that as well. So all of those factors are into play when we're looking at a timetable. Best guesstimate is about 5 years.
That was a very artfully crafted response. Thank you.
Thank you.
Councilman McCray.
Scotty, just a quick question on that. To my understanding, our sewer is at capacity or very close to. Will that also address that and expand our capacity on the sewage system?
Yes, we are working. We still have some capacity on our sewer system. In certain areas, we are at capacity, particularly in the east side. There, we have a number of housing units there. We have obviously the AESC plant in that area there. So we do have some bottlenecks there. Second Loop Road, we have to get that. We have some issues there with our sewer being in Jeffries Creek there, and we have some leaks, water infiltration from Jeffries Creek going into our system. and now we're treating that water there, which is taxing on our system. We will be expanding that in the next several years. We're making some major improvements now, but we will have to expand our sewer system over the next several years. 32, I think it is, we'll be looking at major sewer expansion.
Councilman McCall.
Thank you. Scott, just for clarification, I guess for the audience and for the public to know as well, initially the wastewater treatment plant was supposed to go from 10 million gallons to 20 million gallons.
That is correct.
And that was going to cost up to possibly $270 million initially.
That was our goal, about 270, but the bid actually came in about 350.
350, and then you all did great work and was able to get it to 10 to 15
Correct.
million, which allowed for us to get a lot more projects.
That's correct.
Right. So that's I think kudos to staff and the engineers in this matter, because that is how do you save the city money,
Yeah.
basically. I think we kind of skipped over that part,
Yeah.
but that's a lot of money that allowing us to get a lot more projects done and better better our community. So again, thank you all, and I want to one more time give them a round of applause.
All right.
That's good. But thank you all for what you're doing and continuing to do for the city of Florence.
Councilman Smith.
Scotty, I know this is a large amount of money that we're bonding, but for the general public, can you actually explain to them why the city of Florence can bond this significant amount of money?
Well, a couple of reasons. We have excellent credit ratings through Moody's and Standard & Poor's. I think we have a AA2 rating on it and a AA rating. That's a credit rating, just as you personally have a credit rating. The city has a credit rating. They also look at our ability to pay back. Have we paid bills in the past, and do we have the capacity to pay those bills in the future? We work with financial advisors in that, and then we go to the bond market and we receive bids on that. We've gotten excellent reviews through that. We've been meeting with them for several months. This is a long, tedious process. Of course, our attorneys, Hainsworth, Single and Board, our bond attorneys working with us throughout that process. So again, because we have been good stewards of the funds there, we have reserves, we've shown our ability to pay, we have a growing market. They look at everything from the stability of government, looking at other bills that we have to pay. They look at how diverse our economy is. All of those things. Are we growing as a community? So when we're looking at that, we're making a statement that we can pay that in the next 20, 30 years off, and the bonding companies agree that we can do that.
All right. Is there any other questions?
One clarification. I'm sorry. I said, Councilman Bailey reminded me. I'm sorry. I said wastewater plant, and I meant to say surface water plant.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Sorry
Yes,
about
it
that.
is.
For the-
All right. All right. Did we vote on that? We talked so much I can't remember.
No, we didn't.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposes? Okay, I just want to make sure. Next, and opposes? Nay. Okay, the ayes have it. Next, we have Bill number 2025-27. It's the second reading, an ordinance to grant Loomis Fiber of South Carolina, LLC, a franchise to use public right-of-ways within the city of Florence for the purpose of constructing, installing, and maintaining network facilities for telecommunication services within and through the city.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposes? The ayes have it. Bill number 2025-28, second reading. This is an ordinance to declare surplus and authorize the conveyance of real estate to the Florence Housing Authority, specifically Florence County tax map parcel 90100-06-016 and 90100-06 2022-017.
I have a question, Mayor,
So-
Madam Mayor.
So-
Point of information.
Oh, no, we're
No,
gonna,
okay.
I'll let you, let's
Yeah.
get, okay. So moved, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, now
Yeah,
there's a
point of
question.
information. Was there any additional updated plans that came in regarding this? I see it was a community garden, playground, and clubhouse. Was there any other
that's-
plans that came in the clear?
That's the
of
wrong
what this
one.
was gonna be?
That's the wrong one. You're on the wrong one. This right here is about the, oh, I'm sorry, this is the, you're asking about the plans for,
The building, the surplus property. I know we had
and
got
so, it's,
plans for, the sketch they gave us was the community garden, playground, and clubhouse. Was there any updated plans on what this project is going to actually be?
well, I can tell you what it's gonna be.
Okay.
I can tell you what it's going to be. Oftentimes, you know, we have to be mindful when we work as partners. We partner. The city of Florence partnered. I think Mayor Wakila was the mayor, and his father was the chairperson of a housing board that actually gave us the grocery store. They addressed food, a food desert. Back in the late 1960s and the early 70s, the city of Florence also partnered with housing, and it brought us Wilson Heights, Spalding Heights, Woodmount, Carver Heights. All of those developments came about because of a partnership with the housing board. Now we are at the table again, and we recognize the opportunity for a partnership. And this partnership is housing is now tearing down their apartments and rebuilding, and it is a beautiful new construction. And as the city, we see, and it's right adjacent to the property, we see how important it is for us to continue building up a community and partnering with them. And so while they gave us a plan of a community garden and those things are not sketched in stone. We are doing an empowerment center there. We know that, and that is through talks and partnering with the city, but we have the future plans that will come. We don't have all of them now. We are making them, but we as a city are partnering because we realize that we cannot change a community if we don't actually go in and do some other works like empowering our community members. And so where you see the gardens and where you see those things will be changed. They are not sketched in stone. So, but that process is because we are doing, joining with the housing. The plans are not fully finished.
So we have no updated plans. Okay.
No, we have updated. We have the plans that
But
what
there's
we're
no-
going to do.
we didn't
because
receive it.
We're not paying.
Right.
The
but
city,
the city
and
council
so
didn't receive it.
the
to approve
city,
it.
the city is not paying for this. Housing is, so we can't actually tell them how to spend their money. We now are partnering with them to do an empowerment center. How it's constructed is up to housing,
Right.
and not up to
Right.
the,
And usually
the
they
city
send
of
us the
Florence.
plans that they're going to do, but I just wanted to know, was there any
No.
updated plans? Because I like the transparency, and I wanted the community to understand what was coming as well.
Well, okay. So, any other big, yeah, because the community does know, and if we really want to know, we can just come and work together, and we'll get those things done. But all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposes?
Nay.
All right, next we have Bill number 2025-29. It's a second reading and an ordinance to annex and zone RG-2 a lot located on Pelican Drive, identified as Florence County Tax Map Number 00522-01-026. What say you?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Next, we have Bill number 2025-30. It's a second reading, an ordinance to annex and zone AC the two lots located on 2037 and 2111 South Irby Street, identified as Florence County Tax Map Number 00150-01-007 and 00150-01-061. What say you?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposes? Next, we have Bill number 2025-31, and it's the second reading, an ordinance to annex and zone NC 15, the two lots located on 922 and 926 Third Loop Road, identified as Florence County Tax Map Number 01511-01-037 and 01511-01-038. What say you?
So moved.
Second.
Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposes? The ayes have it. Bill number 2025-32 is the second reading, an ordinance to annex and zone IL, a lot located on Jenny O'Brien Boulevard, a portion of Florence County Tax Map Number 00122-01-042. What say you?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposes? The ayes have it. Next, we have Bill number 2025-33. It's a second reading, an ordinance to annex and zone NC 6.3, a lot located on Westfield Drive, identified as Florence County Tax Map Number 00072-01-054. 45. What say you? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposes? Next, we have Bill number 2025-34, second reading, an ordinance to name a private road located in front of Florence County Tax Map Number 00099-01-212. What say you?
So moved.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Next, we will have introductions of ordinance. And this is Bill number 2025-35, and it is a first reading. An ordinance to annex and zone NC 15, the lot located on 2507 West Andover Road, Florence County Tax Map Number 01221-01-090. What say you?
moved.
Second.
All right.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll give you a little break here.
I was on the roll.
This is a proposal to annex and zone property located on Andover Road. It is in the Windsor Forest subdivision. This property, here's a little closer view of it. It does have a single-family detached home. It is zoned NC 15. this zoning, and here is a closer look at the parcel. And the proposal for this property is a 6-unit townhome development on the corner here. That's not been approved by Planning Commission yet, but that is what the property owner is proposing at this location. And I think I have a couple of pictures of the existing site at that location. And this concludes staff's report.
Question.
Councilman,
Is it a 2-story townhomes or 1-story?
We don't know that yet. We haven't seen the design for them, but I'm going to make the assumption that it's 2-story.
That's what I was
Yes.
thinking. Okay, thanks.
But that's strictly an assumption. Yes.
Understood. That was my assumption as well.
Yes.
Jerry, in that previous picture, is that a new landmark, the Leaning Water Tower?
Yeah. I think that's a Google Street View that we stole that got a little skewed there.
Tourism destination.
That's right. They might not want to build too close to
is there
that.
any other questions? Any other questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposes? The ayes have it. Right, next we will have resolution number 2025. The bottom, we will have 2025-37 is the first reading, and it is an ordinance to amend sections 1.2.7, 2-8, 1-2.7, 2-B, 1-2.8.2, 1-2.10-1-B, and 7-25.2 of the Unified Development Ordinance regarding accessory dwelling units.
So moved.
Second.
Jerry?
Okay, thank you. So just for clarity purposes, accessory dwelling units can be either attached units or detached units, and they're associated typically with single-family detached housing, and they provide either an additional living unit on that property. It's become quite common around the country, for this to occur. If you go to some of our older neighborhoods in town that surround our downtown, you'll often find the, maybe an apartment above a garage or a detached home that exists behind the existing home that are accessory dwelling units. And some of those are existing nonconformities or, as people like to say, grandfathered in and are being used. Others fell out of use and are no longer able to be used based on our current zoning code. This has been kind of talked about in the past a fair amount, and it kind of came to a point where a lot of folks were asking for the city to take a closer look at this. So we did, and we've taken it to Planning Commission, and I'll present to you what their recommendations are. So currently, we allow attached accessory dwelling units, and this is part of our code. That's all in the ordinance that's in your packet, and all of this is going to be taken out of the ordinance, but it gets combined with our new regulations. So the attached or integrated accessory dwelling unit we've always allowed since the adoption of the Unified Development Code in 2018. But we're now proposing to allow attached and detached accessory dwelling units. So the current proposal that's coming before you is to change the use tables to allow accessory dwelling units in basically all of our residential zoning districts, as well as in our commercial reuse district, which is kind of that area like along Evans Street or Palmetto Street, where you've got that light commercial transition where a lot of older homes are transitioning into businesses, and allow it as a conditional use. So it would not be permitted by right. You would have certain conditions to be met. And I'm going to briefly go over those. So it would allow the two types, as I described before. the attached and detached accessory dwelling unit. And that would be a separate living space, meaning it would have to have a separate entrance and separate living quarters to include kitchens, bathrooms, and living quarters for this detached unit. And we have a list of all these conditions, and I'm gonna kind of briefly go through them just so you understand them. We have in the first one there, the ADU counts towards the total number of accessory structures on a site. So the typical single-family home can have 2 accessory structures on their lot, and this would count as one of them. Sections or points 2 through 5 there essentially say that it has to meet all other permitting requirements within the city. It has to have a building permit. They have to sign up for the rental registry. They have to get a business license, just as any rental structures in the city would. Number 6 establishes it, and this is one of the things that makes this kind of a conservative approach to accessory dwelling units. But it says that it has to be the primary residence of the individual renting the structure, meaning they have to be the owner of record, meaning that, either in the accessory dwelling unit, the smaller unit, or in the principal structure, the property owner has to have that as their primary residence, meaning that's their legal voting site, that's their, where their driver's license is registered, and it's registered as a 4% property on the tax roll. So that kind of is a protection that's put in place to make this a kind of a conservative approach. Also, 1 ADU per site, no more than 1 per site in addition to the single-family detached structure. If it's detached, it has to be at least 10 feet from the primary residence. They have to have their utilities and address. They can have no more than, so their utilities need to be combined with the primary residence, as well as the same address of the principal dwelling. And that's to kind of so that primary resident or that owner keeps control of that property. And it's not a lot of taps and utilities going into that that site.
Okay.
Also, the size of the structure, if it's detached, it's limited to 50% of the footprint, or 800 square feet, whichever's less. And if it's attached, then it's 30% or 35% of the floor area up to 800 square feet. And it shall not cover more than 30% of the established rear yard, and it shall be no taller than the principal building. Also, it has to abide by the setbacks within the district, and it can't be closer to the side property line than the built structure is, meaning it can't be offset. And parking, you have to have 1 additional parking space in addition to what's required for the site. It cannot be used as a short-term rental or an Airbnb. And it also cannot be used solely for a home occupation. And a home occupation is when you run a business out of your home. Like a lot of folks have maybe an office or something of that nature in their home, but it can't be built and used solely for that purpose. And I think that concludes that. And we've also added a definition, which I've already defined the structure in the definition section. And this concludes staff's report.
Okay, Councilman McCall and then Councilman Jubin.
I think Braddock had a question.
Braddock had a question.
Well, I just wanted to say I'm glad to see this because there was a huge unintended consequence when we had the UDO to take these homes, these accessory dwellings out of play, which for college students and newly employed, it really limited the inventory, and also for the family or the person that was subsidizing their rent. A lot of seniors in that area as well, and so I'm glad to see that we're making a way for these units to be available for those that are coming here, looking for a start and something affordable, and also for those who have been here a while looking to offset their retirement or living expenses as they get older.
Okay, Councilman Jabez.
Well, when you mentioned that the city had been receiving inquiries about this, I'm just curious as to what other cities in South Carolina, are we the exception at this point, or the, kind of where are the other communities at?
We are the exception overall. Most municipalities have something in place similar to this, and as we often do when writing code, we take a lot of suggestion from other municipalities, and that's in this case as well. Some from our internal code that we had already written for our attached, but we also looked at other municipalities around the state to see what they were doing. Yes.
And this just simply kind of updates Florence to where we're similar to what other communities in South Carolina are doing.
That's correct, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I have a question. So number 17 says the ADU shall provide one improved parking space in addition to the required parking for the principal structure. So if the dwelling's in the rear, they're required to put a parking space in the rear of the home as well, or
it could be anywhere on site. They're required to have two for each single family residence, and a driveway is a parking space. I mean, that's not, just so they have enough physical room to park two vehicles, that's good. And in this case, they would have to provide one additional more, so three would have to be provided. And that could be an enlargement of the driveway off to the side, or if a driveway was accessible to the rear, then it could be added in the rear potentially.
Councilwoman Smith.
So I just wanted to clarify that this is not about people adding on additional space, additional living space, but this is just if they want to add additional, what would be the difference? 'Cause I know some people add on rooms to their properties, so
Yeah.
this is not including that, right?
They could very well add additional rooms to their home to do this. They could either, under this code, they could either add an attached addition to their home, but it would be separate, through a wall, or they could detach it and add a detached separate dwelling unit on the home. But this does not include if you wanted to add on an additional master suite or anything like that. That's all part of the principal use.
Right.
This does not regulate that at all.
And I wanted to kind of clarify that because people will think that all they see is adding on. So want to clarify and make sure everybody understands this is just because with this one, it got to have a separate doorway. It has to have a kitchen
That's right.
and all of that. So
It's
kind
in
of
a
like
restaurant.
could be a tiny home.
It could be, yes. The maximum it could be is 800 square feet, so it would essentially be like an apartment.
Gotcha.
Yes.
800 square feet. Okay. Thank you, too.
and this is like a pool house too, right?
A pool house, yes.
Attached pool house.
A pool house or a mother-in-law suite, things
So
of
to
that
get a
nature.
pool house, you also required to get a parking lot, an actual
Not a
parking
parking
space.
No,
Not a
not,
parking space.
not necessarily. We've been permitting pool houses for some time now,
I'll make
and
sure.
that's separate, yes.
I was making sure.
But often people will try to convert their pool house into an accessory dwelling unit. And in order to do that, they would need to come get a permit under these conditions, yes.
Any other questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposes? The ayes have it. Next, we will have introduction to resolution number 2025-25, a resolution committing the City of Florence to providing a local match for the Municipal Association of South Carolina Big Idea Grant, and the following is procurement policies when securing services and products with grant funds.
Second.
You,
Thank you,
Clint,
thank you, Mayor.
Clint, I'm trying to get it out. Clint.
Members of council, this is, we are submitting an application for what is now called the Impact Grant through the Municipal Association. This is a new grant that they are providing. There are two separate grants that fall under this. The first one being, I'm trying to remember what they call it. It's a lower grant for $25,000, and then they have a larger grant which is called the Big Idea Grant, and that is for $100,000. And right now we are, as part of that submittal, the City Council must adopt this resolution, essentially stating that we are committing those matching funds along with staff time and following proper procurement and everything involved in that.
Any questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. This next item will be taken up in executive session. Resolution number 2025-26. It's a resolution of City Council approving downtown redevelopment grants for the first quarter FY26. Okay, we will move that to executive session. Now we will have city managers' reports. Yes, I didn't say that. So let me just say this, because I didn't say it, I just skipped it. Appointments and boards of commission also goes to executive session. Thank you so much, Councilman Trevella.
That is correct. Madam Mayor, if you would, I'd like to ask Chief Alan Heidler to come forward, please.
Yes.
I didn't. Mayor, it's bittersweet to announce that our chief, Alan Heidler, 42 years of dedicated service with the city of Florence, has decided to retire.
Oh, wow. I can't clap for you, buddy.
Chief Heidler, that's for your service, not for your retirement.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing. I didn't want to stand up, but I'm like, I didn't want to clap for that.
Yes.
Definitely a service. Definitely a service.
We're certainly proud of all the great things Alan has done, and we'll tell you all about those and all his accomplishments and how he's made Florence a better, safer place over the 42 years that he's worked with the city of Florence. He'll be retiring in October, so at an October meeting, we will certainly come back and give him a formal retirement farewell. But between now and then, to his dismay, we will be celebrating him. We've already spoken with his wife, his staff. We have announced, will be announcing rather, interim chief. Starling will be, Stephen Starling, Captain Starling will be interim chief. We will be doing a formal search. It'll be a nationwide search there. But in the interim, Chief Heidler has been and will be working with Captain Starling to man the ship. We certainly thank the chief. We can't replace him. We will bring in someone else, but we certainly know that there's nobody like Chief Heidler there. But he has given us 42 years of dedicated, faithful service to this community. He's been an integral part of not only the police department, but the entire city of Florence. I can't say enough great things about him, but we'll try in October. Chief.
Thank you so much.
Mayor, member of council, the one thing I asked the city manager was please, no recognitions. So you see where I'm standing. It's like talking to my wife, actually. When I told her, please, no recognition, she said, you don't understand. This isn't about you. Yes. Okay, well, then who's... Anyway. No, this has been a wonderful career. I left the farm to go into the Army, into the Military Police Corps, and came out of that right to Florence Police Department. I went to college, Coker College, while I was here. I progressed through the ranks from the very bottom to chief of police, and the city has been nothing but a super place to work. certainly I've seen the good, the very good in this position, and the bad and the very ugly. And I can tell you that the men and women of the Florence Police Department are some of the most dedicated folks that you will find in law enforcement today. And I appreciate everything that they have done, and I have not gotten where I am without riding the backs of some folks, listening to people, especially my staff, and their ideas and how we get things done. And as the city manager said, there'll probably be some more things to come, but I appreciate the city. I'm going to look forward to sitting back and watching all the great things that you all accomplish, and being one of your loudest support mechanisms and cheers. So thank you all.
I mean, who wants to continue a meeting after that? Yeah, but thank you so much, Chief Hodler. When I came on as mayor, you being that one of the main things I tackled was crime, you became my biggest hero because you immediately jumped in and put things into action. So I can't thank you enough, and you know how I love your wife. Yeah, but we'll do that in October. I know, we'll do that in October. So, but thank you so much. Now we will have mayor's report. One of the things that we did, wanted to talk about urban development on Pine Street Townhome. We had our ribbon cutting, and you all, that place is, I mean, it is just prime downtown. It brings that feel that we are looking for our downtown area. The place, the design is just fabulous. I would recommend you all go out and see this new project. It is going to bring so much to our downtown area and as well as our communities. So kudos to Jesse for his great work in this project, and that it's in Councilman Smith district, and we had a wonderful ribbon cutting. It was just awesome for that. Also, we had the fireworks show, and you know the fireworks show, we had such a huge turnout, and it rained, and the Florence citizens said, no, we want it. We're going to come back after the rain. We're going to wait till the rain passes. It thundered and lightning. They said, no, we're going to wait until the thunder and lightning. So we got through that. Then we had, last weekend, we had the sounds of the PD. And I'm telling you, it was something great at Timrod Park. And guess what happened? It rained again, but guess what? The community was there in the rain. So it tells us how much our community wants us to come out, and they want us to bring community back. And can I tell you, community is coming back. And so I'm going to let Councilman McCray say something, because he was the first one to call me to say, hey, I'm loving this. So,
Mayor, I thought it was a awesome event. I think it was obviously great turnout for it being the first one. George, you and I spoke for a while over there. I think it would be great for us to, especially with all that we have invested downtown, to continue it, to hopefully make it a monthly event again, and to work with local artists. Hopefully we can help them out. And again, I think it's a event that we could sell sponsorships, that we could work with local business to kind of self-fund as well. So again, and Victoria did a great job with handling it. So again, thank you. And I would love to see if we could financially keep it going monthly. Again, we've put in a lot into Timrod Park, a lot into downtown, and again, I think that that's a great opportunity to work with the community and to keep going. And you know, I hate to hear this about Chief Heidler, but again, I think it's a way to work with even potentially getting our police force out there and working with the community and helping on that community outreach as well. Again, I thought it was an awesome event. Would love to do anything possible to keep that going.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, I know that Victoria cringed when you said once a month, and Scotty jumped for joy when you said get funding. Yeah, so, but we are excited about what we are doing in our communities. We are rebuilding our communities. And as mayor, I am going to work diligently with partnering with community members to make that happen. And we're going to do everything that we can to make it happen in our communities. Next, we will have Business Development Committee.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and I'll just echo what Councilman McKay said. I came a little bit after you left, and I got there. There was the rain in between, but it was a fabulous event. Painted Man was great, of course, as a performer there, and the food trucks. Of course, I'm always attracted to the food. So, and Victoria had the kids area all set up, and I heard there was a great turnout for that. So kudos to everybody that was involved in that. The Business Development Committee met on July the 24th, and we had a update from David Tuttle with the Urban Square project. We received information about loan documents, our anticipated closing date very soon. We are excited about that. I can't wait to get confirmation of the closing. The general contractor is scheduled to start in September, so next month. We're very excited about that. So there's been a lot of progress made, but those are the two critical pieces that we are looking forward to actually having gotten accomplished. The current design is for 102 apartment units within 4 stories. It's a 14 to 15 month construction schedule, anticipated, hopefully will be completed by December of 26. We also had a update from Holly Beaumier with the Florence Visitors and Convention Bureau about a feasibility study for a connecting the Florence rail trail to the Swamp Fox Trail extension that would potentially take our trail system all the way to Sumter, which would be very exciting. It's a feasibility study at this point. It's a concept at this point. And so the feasibility study began in August of 23 with a $50,000 donation from an anonymous donor. And the city of Sumter has allocated $250,000 to complete the master plan. And so no funding is being asked of the city right now, but we're receiving information and we're looking to see how we can connect it to the soccer complex where the rail trail currently to the west extends all the way to the soccer complex. So looking to see how it can be extended from there to Timmonsville, Maysville, Lynchburg, Sumter in that direction. And when we think, in the conversation took place saying how exciting it could be for Timmonsville to see what a revival it can be, associating it with Honda and the plant and workers there. So there's a lot of economic potential for economic development along the rail trail. So we're anxiously looking forward to additional information on that. And I believe that was basically all of it. I'm getting the thumbs up from Mr. Hemingway, so thank you for that. Anything further from other council members who were there? Councilman McKay, Mayor? All right, that concludes the report from the Business Development Committee.
Thank you so much. Next, we will have Community Development Committee. This committee is myself, Chipper Smith, Councilman Smith, and Councilman McComb. We are working diligently to partnering with our community members. As you know, we called for a meeting for community members and the churches, pastors from everywhere to come to sit down and talk with us, because we are trying to develop our communities. So the city of Florence has property and willing to purchase property and convey it to developers, those who will build homes on these properties and put attainable or affordable housing there. This is a plan that we've been working on now for some time. And so in our purchasing of property, we are giving these properties over to those who will invest in our communities, will help us to grow our community. One of the things, and it's in our blighted area, why is that important? Because most of our infrastructure is there from the beginning. So instead of the urban sprawl where there's so much development going out and we have to expand infrastructure, we need to build up inside our communities where the infrastructure is. So us partnering with the different entities, with the different community members and local churches to build up the inner city is a plan that we've been working diligently at, and that's one of the reasons the Isla Jones piece of property came into play. It really didn't come into play now. It came into play, I think, about back in 2022, when the Community Development Committee was talking about purchasing this property for another reason. Because we were looking at doing some things with this property. And I think Councilwoman Neesmith was on the Community Development Committee at that time. And so now we are furthering our plans to continue to partner with our community members this is a call out. Please, if you can, if you are a developer, if you have funding, please contact us. We would love to partner with you so that we could build up our inner city where our infrastructure is. Yes.
I was going to ask a quick question on that.
A quick question.
And I saw them walk in the room, but could we, and as we kind of move forward, that I know economic development probably has a great idea on where kind of future growth is. And I'm sure, and again, I know we'll talk with them here in a little bit, but I'm sure if we asked them, they'd be more than happy to kind of help bridge that gap and kind of also know where some funding is potentially.
Greg is looking like, huh? Yeah, Greg, we putting you on the spot, right?
I do know that if anything, you'll know some of the projects that are coming, the areas, but also, again, an interesting ways to address incentivizing certain projects like that.
Great.
And again, just having a unique idea on what's coming.
Great. And it is also just great to have you here, our partner with economic development, with the great work that you're doing here. So we do thank you. Thank you, and Stephanie, for all that you're doing. Okay, I think that that will take me to the Finance, Audit, and Budget Committee.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The Finance Committee did not meet this month. We took our summer month. I think y'all took your break last month. We took ours this month. But we did, as a committee, did receive the financial packet for the month of July. And everything is good. And that will conclude our report.
Next, Council, we will have executive session. We will move into executive session for the discussion of the proposal economic development project as indicated in resolution number 2025-26 for discussion regarding appointments to city boards and commission. C, to receive an update on a proposed economic development project. D, to receive an update on a proposed economic development project in the downtown central district, and for personnel matters. What say you for executive? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposes? We are now in executive session. We call this meeting back into session. Can we have a vote to come out of executive session? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposes? We are now in session. We met in executive session. There was no vote taken while in there. However, I think there is nothing for us to do other than our boards and commissions. So, Mr. Scotty Davis, can you present that, please?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have a number of boards and commissions that have appointments needed. We first start with Accommodations Tax Advisory Board. There, we have 2 positions on said board. First, making nominations is Councilman Mayor Pro Tem Jabali.
And there are no applicants as we speak, is that correct?
There are no applicants.
Well, with no one to appoint, I will defer.
And next is Councilman McKay.
Defer.
Agricultural Commission falls to Councilman McCall.
Who is the incumbent?
We have Jesse Adams seeking reappointment.
Okay, I would like to nominate Jesse Adams for reappointment. Motion.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Planning Commission is next. First to make appointment is Mayor Barnes.
Mr. Howard?
Charles Howard.
Charles Howard, yes.
Second.
All those in
favor.
favor?
Oh,
Is
motion,
there-
second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Next, we have Councilman Smith making appointment.
Michael Valerie.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Next, we have the Board of Zoning Appeals. We have incumbent who was just appointed to another board there, so Councilman McKay.
Defer.
Design Review Board. We have Councilman McCall to make 2 appointments.
Okay, I'm going to nominate Ahmad Jackson to seat number 3.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
And your second appointment,
Second
Council.
appointment, I am going to defer.
Okay. Next, Mayor Barnes
Steve Powers.
I don't think that's
to seat, is
Um,
that seat
Missouri.
number 5?
Yeah. Okay. Vote.
Oh,
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Next, we have Councilwoman Neesmith Jackson.
I nominate Tanya Mormon Jackson to seat 7.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
We did that right.
And finally, Councilman Smith.
I'm going to nominate Dr. John Keith to the same seat.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Next, we have the Construction and Maintenance Board of Adjustment and Appeals. All of these appointments fall to Madam Mayor. There are currently no applicants on file.
Defer.
Parks and Beautification Commission, make an appointment is Councilman McKay.
Defer.
The Veterans Park Committee, make an appointment is Councilman McCall.
Who's the incumbent on this?
Donnie Carter.
All right, I will appoint Donnie. I will nominate Donnie Carter.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Resilience and Sustainability Advisory Committee, making nominations, Councilman McCall. Councilman Smith first.
Defer.
Then Councilman McCall.
Okay, reappointments. Any city reappointments?
We have Hunter Morgan seeking reappointment.
I will nominate Hunter Morgan.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Finally, we have the Public Safety Citizens Review Board. Making nominations is Councilman McKay. That concludes staff's report.
Thank you so much. It looks as though we have come to the end of our agenda items.
You have the resolution.
We've got a resolution. Okay. So 2025, 20-26, a resolution of City Council approving downtown redevelopment grant for the first quarter 26 fiscal year.
So move.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. That is it. That completes our agenda for the day. So what say you?
So move.
Second it.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. This meeting is adjourned.